Okay, the voice that I would hide, the voice that goes unseen is the title of this one. Sorry, excuse me while my throat clears. And this one is personal. The voice that I would hide, the tears that I would cry, the fear of feeling too demanding, too commanding, too assertive, loud or much, bossy. Deep emotions only sighed. These fears conquered, and yet, deep inside, layered down, the whispers' voices still failed to thrive. The singer, sounder, poet, the ones who wanted to shine, not just like a diamond, brighter, like the sun that ignites the rainbow deep within that clear stone. And I want my voice to light the fires that reside in those who feel the passion and the power and desire to fan the flames of their own voice that hides, their own lights that so very badly need to shine, those who have a mission or a vision that burns in them to share, and yet they despair, stay silent and compare as others seem to fly their thoughts, but who am I? Or those who have compassion, the ability to care, so often, oh, so deeply, that their biggest fear is simply saying no. So much so that they have no idea the damage they inflict on themselves and others by avoiding confrontation, terrified of conflict. All these voices, people talented and skilled, and the leaders who would really make a difference if only they could just muster the words from the dust of uncertainty, humbleness, or fear that keeps them stuck, hidden in the muck or murk of anonymity, on the edges or the fringes, unheard, unseen. Please, I beg you, hear me. This is not just who you are or how things be. What could you achieve if your voice was freed? Who could you be? What good might come if you were finally the one to make that change and choose all that you could do? Who else would benefit if you decided that the time was now to take that job, go for that promotion, share your dream, or even be the one who says no to the constant stream of requests you get because you've always said yes? What would change? Sometimes the frustration of the lost potential of those hiding in the whispers, it makes me want to scream. How would that be? And so still I cry for the voices unheard, people unseen. If this is you, please come and work with me. So that is the first poem of these poems for the hidden and unseen that I wrote, and the inspiration was my release, my deep pain that I felt at the end of a meeting, and the deep gratitude I felt at the end of the ATL meeting at the end of April in Lisbon, when I had been asked to sound again and again and again all weekend, triggering my vocal confidence challenge, which was the belief that my voice, my singing voice, was an annoyance. So what beliefs are you holding on to that you might not even know? And that's the challenge. So that's what me asking you a question might not even be useful. But I ask yourself, what do you still feel awkward about sharing when it comes to sharing your voice? Now, for me, it was singing, not speaking. For most people, it's speaking. So what situations make you feel like, oh, really? They're asking me to do that? Because that's what I felt every time that weekend when people were asking me, oh, Judith, would you sound here? Would you sound here? It's like, really? Again? Isn't that a bit much now? Like, people don't like me. People don't want me to do this. What situations do you go into where you feel that element of, really? Because I don't actually believe people want to hear this from me. Or the situations where you think, oh, crikey, am I really going to do this? Because there will be a part of you, a younger version of you, just like there was that younger version of me, that just needs recognizing that actually you're not them anymore. Like, I wasn't that 10 to 12-year-old who was bullied and humiliated and laughed at and had eyes rolled at for singing. I'm 50-year-old me who was being invited to sound. So who is it for you? And what are the situations? And if you're tired, if you're done, if you're like, God, I just want to be able to speak about myself positively. I want to be able to say, this is who I am. This is what I do. I'm good at it. I want to be able to set boundaries and say no. I want to be able to share my passion. I want to be able to share my business, my vision. I want to be able to step up to the next level. And that might involve speaking in front of others. What is it for you that you need to release? I am here if you need me. If I'm not right for you, find someone who is, because your voice will be a reflection of your thoughts and feelings. And if you keep hiding it and suppressing it and not using it, then you will stay where you are. If, however, you accept the invitations, as I accepted all of those sounding invitations that weekend, then you give yourself the opportunity to A, recognize the thoughts and processes that are making you go, oh gosh, this is uncomfortable. So then recognize that maybe help would be good, or just say yes and do it. And it will be uncomfortable, and it might be uncomfortable, but the more you do it, the easier it will be. If you're wondering what sounding is, let me bite the bullet and give you a little example. It is using your sound to open up more of your voice, to recognize the emotions. I also use it for meditation and as a healing process, but here's a little sample. No fear, no tears. Yay! We all have our thing. What are you working on for you? If you like the sounding, I've got regular sounding. You can come to the first few online every week on a Monday morning or a Wednesday evening. And I've got an event on the 24th of August in Waterloo. Take a look at my website. If you know you need to work on this, get in touch. If you just enjoyed the poem, let me know. Take care.